Ladies, today's video is all for you. The truth about menstrual cycle syncing for diet and workouts. I've been seeing a lot of content coming up on this topic and I've been getting a lot of questions about it. Do women really need to sync their cycles to reach their fitness goals? Or is being aware of how you feel and what's going on in your body throughout the month enough to still see results? I'm gonna break it all down for you in this video in the easiest way to understand. What is menstrual cycle syncing? What are the different phases of the menstrual cycle and what is happening to your hormones and in your body in those different phases? How is it gonna make you feel and why is it making you feel this way? And what you can do to still see results in your fitness and your fat loss journey no matter what day of the month it is. And then make sure you watch all the way to the end because I'm gonna give you my honest opinion on whether I think you need to sync your workouts and your diet to your menstrual cycle to see the best results in fat loss or weight loss. So as always, we're gonna dive right in, but if you're new to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the bell so you get a notification when I release a new video just like this one every single week. My name's Michelle Roots, kinesiologist, personal trainer, nutrition coach, and motivation specialist. I have over 17 years experience in the industry helping people increase lean muscle, decrease body fat to become the strongest, leanest, healthiest versions of themselves. And I created this channel because I want to help you as well. Let's start by talking about what menstrual cycle syncing is anyway. This is the idea of adjusting your diet, so your calories and the foods you're eating, as well as the type of workouts you're doing according to the phase you're at in your menstrual cycle to optimize health and fitness results. But is it really necessary? I'm going to give you my honest opinion at the end of the video, but I want to give you all the information you need to make a decision for yourself. I'm gonna break down the 4 different phases of the menstrual cycle, what's going on with your hormones, what's going on in your body, and why you're feeling the way you're feeling during certain phases of your menstrual cycle. Then you have all the education you need to make the decision as to whether you think you need to start menstrual cycle syncing. The first phase of the menstrual cycle is day 1 to day 5, and this is named the menstrual phase. So in this phase, estrogen and progesterone levels are very low, and this is when the uterine lining is shedding, meaning women are having their periods. I just want to point out, I'm going to break down the basic science of what's happening during each phase again, but remember, every woman is different. We are all built different, so take it with a grain of salt. Is that the saying? You know what I mean. What are the symptoms normally during this menstrual phase? Energy levels are usually low due to blood loss, due to hormone levels. Strength levels could be lower because of fatigue or discomfort. Some women might experience more cravings. And again, due to hormone alterations, you could experience a lower mood, as well as all the fun things, cramps, headaches, bloating. After that phase is the follicular phase. So depending on how long your menstruation phase lasts, day 5, day 6, it could be day 2, up to day 14. This is where estrogen levels are starting to rise. You could feel a boost in your energy and your mood, and women tend to feel a boost in strength and endurance during this phase because estrogen supports muscle function. You might find you're getting less cravings and you can get more into your regular eating and you're kind of back on track and feeling good. Improved mood, improved cognitive function, and the overall feeling of well-being kind of tends to improve during this phase. This is where people say to really get in the high intensity interval training workouts and look for getting PRs in your strength training workouts because you're gonna be feeling so much better than you were the week prior. After the follicular phase is the ovulatory phase. So about day 13 to 15, again, everybody is different, but let's just say middle of the month-ish. This is where estrogen levels are high and testosterone is also high. And then due to the increase in these hormones, energy levels could be at their highest. You are crushing it at physical performance, so strength and endurance are up. You could experience an increase in appetite due to the higher testosterone. Mood is still up there and good. Then after that, it all comes crashing down. Just kidding. Is the luteal phase. During this phase is when women usually start to feel the PMS symptoms. Again, depending on each individual. Things like bloating, mood swings, fatigue. So this is due to progesterone levels rising, estrogen levels rising. The body's getting ready just in case it gets pregnant. But then when a pregnancy doesn't happen, estrogen levels start to fall, progesterone levels start to fall. Energy levels can fluctuate in this phase and also kind of decrease towards the end of the phase as we head back into the menstrual phase. Strength could feel lower due to fatigue and fluid retention. This is when cravings could be increased. You know, this is when you get the sweet tooth or an increased desire for carbohydrates. And then all the fun stuff, mood swings, irritability, anxiety, bloating, headaches, yada, yada, yada. I just want to take a minute to thank today's video sponsor, Element, one of my go-tos for replenishing my electrolytes after sweaty workouts. Electrolytes are so important for so many functions in the body, including hormonal regulation, nutrient absorption, and fluid balance. Sometimes water just isn't enough, and Element has the perfect balance of 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. And better yet, zero artificial sweeteners, zero sugar, so no junk. Element can help prevent and eliminate headaches, muscle cramps, fatigue, sleeplessness, and other common symptoms of electrolyte deficiency. Right now, Element is offering my listeners a free sample pack with any order. That's 8 single serving packets free with any Element order. Get yours at drinkelement.com/Michelle. This deal is only available through my link. You must go to drinklmnt.com/Michelle. So there you go. Those are the 4 main phases of the menstrual cycle. And as a woman, I think it's very important to kind of understand what's actually going on in your body and why you're feeling the way you're feeling. We are intense human beings, right? So if you understand a little bit more about why you're getting cravings or why you feel bloated or why you didn't hit a PR in the gym this week, it does definitely help you on your journey because you're understanding your body better. I coach a lot of women on fat loss and weight loss and body recomposition. And I feel like it's just something is built in us. It's like this self-torture technique. For some reason, women like to get on the scale either in their menstrual phase or in their PMS phase when they know they are bloated, they know they've had probably a little bit more sweets or more carbs, or they know they have water retention. They like to get on the scale and see that the scale has gone up 3 or 4 pounds after they've been working hard for the last 3 weeks, and then feel defeated and depressed. And they do it every single month, even though they know, like a lot of people will be like, scale's up, I feel so horrible. I know it's because I'm on my period, but I just say, just don't get on the scale. Why are we doing this to ourselves? Mentally, why are you doing this to yourself? Now, if you have an understanding and you know, I have water retention, I have bloating, these things are happening to my hormones, it helps you have a little bit more empathy for your body versus having to see a consistent drop on the scale every single time you get on it. And that's just my personal opinion. Again, everybody's different. Some women might hit PRs consistently over and over again and their cycle doesn't affect them. But if you do find these symptoms that I just mentioned, then it might just help you have a better understanding of what's going on in your body. Let's talk now about the question we brought up at the beginning of the video of this menstrual cycle syncing. Do you need to sync your cycle to your workout? So what that usually means is people are saying during your menstrual phase or during your luteal phase, so right before menstruation when you're feeling bloated, hormone levels are all over the place, a lot of people say maybe just walk and maybe just do yoga and do more gentle things for your body. And you're only gonna strength train in your follicular phase and your ovulatory phase. Now again, to each their own. I personally think that that's not necessary. I don't think you need to adjust your workouts. But again, like I just said, I think having a better understanding of how your body feels and really listening to your body. If you feel tired, don't try and push a PR. If you feel like your body's just not gonna get there today, listen to your body and challenge yourself for wherever your body is at that day. It doesn't mean you're taking it easy or you're slacking. It means you're just like, man, I'm tired today. I go through it too. We all have days where we feel a bit more tired, but I think as long as you're maxing out in your last couple reps and you're really feeling the challenge and you're pushing yourself for how you feel that specific day, that's still a win. So when it comes to workouts and syncing your cycle to your workouts, my personal opinion is I don't think you need to take 2 weeks off of strength training every month because your hormones are off. I think just having a better understanding of your body and what your body is going through, and then listening to your body during your workouts and doing what you feel is right that day. Now it comes to your diet. Do we need to sync our menstrual cycle to our diet? Again, I think this comes down to each individual, but I think that if you're eating in a calorie deficit or tracking your calories at maintenance or whatever your specific goal is and you're hitting a certain protein goal, I think, again, you're still just gonna keep tracking, but being more aware of where your hormones are at and why you might be having cravings for sugar and what you can do to kind of counterbalance those cravings. Don't think that you're cheating on your diet if you decide to have a little dairy milk chocolate. At least that's my go-to. If you decide to have a little dairy milk chocolate because your body's just like, oh, I just need chocolate right now, There's nothing wrong with that. You are human. I do the same thing. If you need a cookie, you have a cookie and you move on. I think that you don't tell yourself, I'm not allowed this. Oh, I'm a horrible person because I gave in to the cravings and I ate a cookie. You're fine. Just don't eat a whole box of cookies. Just eat enough to fulfill your craving and you move on about your life. And again, having that understanding of why you're feeling the way you're feeling. So there you go, guys. That's kind of the gist. I wanted to try and keep this short and sweet to help you have a little bit more of an understanding of what's going on in your body and why you might be feeling certain feelings at different times of the month, and just to pay attention to it and adapt and go. Again, this whole working out and eating healthy thing is to live a long and healthy life. So listening to your body is the most important thing you can learn to do versus trying to push and lift that extra weight even when your body's telling you it's not really gonna do it today. As always, leave any questions in the comments below. I'm always happy to help. And if you need more help with your workouts or your nutrition, you can learn more about my one-on-one online fitness and nutrition coaching program where you work with me one-on-one to reach your fitness and your fat loss goals. I'll link more information to that program in the description below as well. Make sure you give this video a like if you enjoyed it so I know you're still enjoying the content, and I will see you guys in the next one.